Does that make it any better? Or any worse? I don't know. What up, internet? So I've already posted a video, I'm gonna remove it, that I posted earlier about this, but this is an ADHD person reviews fidget toys. Don't mind me. I got a bit of bedhead going on. I just wanted to do this before I forgot I got these. But yeah, so I'm gonna be reviewing fidget toys from an ADHD person's perspective. So I've got this fidget pen. I got a few new toys. I got this cube. I have 2 cubes. I just don't know where cube number 1 went. Well, actually, this would be technically cube number 3. I've got this weird squishy thing. I will let you know what that is in a minute. Then I've got some spinners. And these are my new ones. I got these online. I know, shocker. But yeah, so I'm just going to be going over the pros and the cons of each of these. From both an ADHD person's perspective and from what I've heard other people say while they're in the room with me, or from what I've gathered people would probably say. I don't want to do that yet. Oh, that's itchy. Okay, so we're going to start with this pen. So this pen, number 1, it's a pen. You can write with it when it decides it wants to work. When you click it, it's annoying, right? But so if you're in a room with people who are sensitive, I wouldn't recommend. Here, I'm just gonna turn towards the microphone. So what I'm doing is this and this. Right? So, I mean, like, it's normal fidget toys make noises. So there's a light switch, which up against the microphone, it's kind of noisy, but it's not too bad. That's probably because I've clicked a lot. It's got most of the stuff that a fidget cube has. It's got a slide of some kind. So that's this thing. I don't like how stiff it is. And then it's got the buttons. And then it's got a smooth roller on the back. Both of the sides look like this, so it's something that you can, like, rub, I guess. And then, like most cubes, it's got the gears here. Now, I'm not sure if this oh yeah, it does come apart. So, like, I really don't like this, which is why I don't know if it comes apart or not, because it's like, I don't know, I got it because it looked like it would work as a normal fidget toy, but it kind of sucks. It's really big, so it's not something you'd use for a small kid, unless they have problems with writing, because sometimes writing with a bigger writing utensil is good. And you can't really use any of the functions with the hand that you're using, so you're literally going to be sitting there writing with both hands. So this is not something you should use in a classroom, but if you can find one with a functioning ink that functions not just when it wants to, this would be good for when you're at home doing your homework maybe and you're trying to think. So there's that. Now, I just got this one from one of my aunts. And this one I've had for a while. So this one is a chunky metal one. It's Canadian themed. I got it around Canada Day, I think, a few years ago. So, I don't know if you can see this, but it kind of wobbles a bit. So this chunky metal one is kind of, it vibrates when it's spinning. So if I slow it down a bit, like you can see. So it depends on what you want in your hand. As far as bringing this into a classroom, it is a visual distraction. So I would not recommend it for a student to have for anything, like whether you're studying for school or whether you're actually in school, because of the visual distraction. But if you're in the car and you don't have something else to distract you with, this is rather nice. However, I haven't tested the glow in the dark feature with this one, but this one is a lot smoother. And while yes, that is also a visual distraction, it's nicer. So this one's sound compared to this one's sound. So this one's quieter, this one's smoother. So it depends. This one's, I believe it's metal too, but it's also like coated in plastic. And the other good thing about this is that if you have those bike hooks or water bottle hooks, like those really big clips, you can clip them in and then you can literally just like bring them with you if you have a bag. So on a fidget scale of 1 to 10 for helping you with fidgeting, this is like a 5 maybe. These are, depending on the situation, an 8 or a 6. So it's a lot better than that, but not by much. Okay, I'm gonna save the big one for last. So this is just, it looks like it's a glue gun thing. This one's not noisy at all. There are a bunch of different other toys you can get that are squishy, but this one seems to not come apart, which is good. This is from my attempt at trying to hang my my cork board and my whiteboard stuff. So it's just what I collected, and I noticed that while I was collecting it, I was squishing it. So you could literally make one of these if you had, I don't know if the heat of your hand is enough to soften hot glue. I mean, like, it'd be something you'd have to sit there and do. But like if you wanted to take like something off the wall, like a with like these stick tape thingies, like the glue on thingies, if you collected this stuff, usually by the time you take it off the wall, the stick is gone. So stick it together as quickly as you can, and then it's something to do. So that's something you can do at home, I guess, if as long as you're like, it's weird to look at, looks like a ball of snot, but it's actually quite satisfying to just sit here and squish it. I'm not gonna lie, it is actually satisfying. It's quiet. You can bring it with you to different places. I mean, like, you can stick it in your pencil case, it'll get all dirty, but that's an idea for parents who are struggling. Oh, also, as far as like buying stuff, you can get these almost anywhere. You can get these at convenience stores. You can get these online. You can get these at Walmart, at a grocery store, pretty much anywhere. You just have to look for them in the knickknacks and stuff. This one I know for a fact you can get fidget cubes at Walmart. This is the epitome. What they were doing with this, they're on to something. I would like to see something like this squishiness on here. Or if it were up to me, what I would do designing a cube thing would probably be to design one that comes with like 30 different fidget options, and like each face of your cube you just attach what you want. So if somebody wants to take that idea, call it the crazy cube, and you can take it. But yeah, no. So with this one, the nice thing about this one, hold on, I just gotta center this a bit. So with this one, you have, a cube has, okay, this is gonna make me look dumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sides, right? So with a 6-sided cube, you can have 6 or more different things, depending on how you set it up. So there's this little spinner thing, which on the cubes, it seems to get stuck a lot. It's very rough. I don't like that. It actually makes me more tense and annoyed, as you can see by my face. But if you're into that kind of thing, it's good. I mean, like, it might take a little bit of playing around with it to loosen it up. You can also just sit there and tap it. So I'm just gonna move that under my desk. Like, you can hear it if I really tap, but. So that's something once it's loose. The other thing is that my cube rattles. I don't know if that's normal for all cubes. Now this switch is one of my favorite ones to push. So this one's losing its click. My other cube was a little noisier. Here. We're just gonna move this into frame. More or less. I'm just gonna move that back. Hopefully I didn't mess anything up. So yeah. So repetitive clicking of that kind of stuff will make it not work. So depending on how cheap your cube is, you'll end up with the 5 buttons, which is what the pen was trying to mimic. Yep, there are 5 buttons on there. So this gives you a writing utensil with the fidget ability. So if you can find a decent make, I have no idea what make this one is, but it's basically crud, and I don't know why I keep it. Probably because if I have nothing else, or if I can't find anything, I know exactly where this one is. But yeah, no, see, even right now, my brain is just wanting to flick the switch. I'm okay. Choked on air. So I like these buttons. My other cube I don't know where it went. But the other cube has a couple of silent buttons and a couple of noisy clicky buttons. So this top one here. And they all make different frequencies. I don't know if that's just because of who I am that I can pick that up. But yeah, no. I would really have liked for even just this center button to be silent. But this one's my favorite cube of the two, which is why I knew exactly where it was. Okay, so which ones have I done? I've done the switch, the buttons. Okay, so there's this thing here. The soothing stone is what they're called. I don't often sit here and just do this, but there's occasions when you just kind of want to repetitively move as an ADHD person, and that helps. And then there's the joystick, which I find I'm often clicking because you can't hear it. So when I want to click something, I can click this because it's silent. So depending on if you can control yourself. Oh, wait, there's more. There's more. Which side haven't I done? This side. Okay, so there's the ball here. So it's basically the same concept as the soothing stone, but it's just a round thing you can roll around. And then there are the gears, which I don't like the way these ones stick, which is why I would like to have differing options, because somebody's going to love this. If you had a cube set where it's like the ultimate build your own fidget cube, it would be cool, because what you could do with that is you could have differing degrees of gears. You could have silent gears, you could have noisy gears, you could have in between, you could have 5 buttons that just like are soft, or like you can have an entire cube of joysticks that do different things, you know? So if you can control what you're doing, like if it's not just subconscious and you know that you're not supposed to do something noisy somewhere in the classroom, this is good. They should have silent options for classrooms, and they should have noisy options for when you're just on your own. And then I've got the 2 new ones I just got. I will go through what people have said about having these. I'm gonna start with this one. This one is nice. I had to tie it on myself. You're gonna need a pin of some kind to get it through. This one, I do know what it's called. I got this one online. It's called the fidget pad. It says work, class, home. So this is the box it came in. So it takes the fidget cube concept and on Dope or Nope, I believe it is. On Dope or Nope, I think Matthias has reviewed these, and I've wanted one ever since I've seen him review it. I like this because it's like I gotta do another knot in there probably. I might just actually glue gun that down for extra protection. I can attach this to my keychain, so I have one with me everywhere I go. So, it's got everything that the cube has, more or less, I believe. We shall see. Okay, we'll start, except for this side. This ball. This ball is the only thing it doesn't have, but the ball is kind of unnecessary. It's what I do when I know I can't make noise. So it's got the joystick. So we've got the joystick here, we've got the joystick here. This one clicks on the cube. This one doesn't. Well, it kind of does, it kind of doesn't. Not enough to satisfy. But it's got a wider range of motion. I'm just going to show you. So it goes like really far in here. So it's like the circle pad is hitting the other side. So it does kind of click. I just found that out now. Oh, yeah, the more you do it, the louder it gets. And then it's got the buttons. Instead of 5, it's got 4 because it's supposed to look like a game controller. So you're supposed to be able to go like, you know, with your buttons and your, you know, that kind of thing. So it's got the buttons here. It's got the red and the yellow are silent. And then the green and the blue, so that's the green here and the blue. Sounds almost like a clicker you'd get like to tell your dog that they did a good job and you'll give them a treat. So like a... So you could technically use it for that. But yeah, no, so I'm just gonna click it under the desk. So I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I'm seeing my audio bar bounce. But not by a lot. So let's click the other one. That one's more. And I find oftentimes with these kind of things, it does do that more so with different buttons, that some will be a little louder than others. Okay, so there's that. There's on the other side. So yes, there's stuff on the other side. There is the same concept, and it's a lot nicer, a lot smoother, and I actually think this is what I'm going to be doing a lot when I can't click. It's got the same thing as this, but this one's a lot smoother, so I'm just gonna... Can't hear that. You can hear that. You can hear that I'm struggling with that. This one, on the other hand, this might just end up being how I hold it. Although, to be honest, my thumb kind of wants to be right on top of that dot, not chasing it. And no matter what you do with these things, you're always chasing that dot. So it might be something that might be a bit of a visual distraction. But we shall see. Okay, so the other thing it's got, it does have the gear. This is a silent one. This one's a little bit stickier, so it's something that you can sit there. It's got a bumpy side here, so you can sit there and you can, I don't know, do what you need to do. And then up top, it's got the gears, the noisy ones, so up near the microphone under the desk. It's a lot more noticeable when you're in person, but that kind of thing, it's like, it's okay. And then, of course, like any fidget toy, you cannot fidget without a light switch. So this one's got the light switch here. Doesn't have an indicator as to on or off like a lot of these ones do. Like my new one does. I guess the new one's the only one. It's round to fit the thing. So technically what you could do is this could also technically be a soothing stone because of how smooth it is. So if you don't put any pressure on it, it is also a soothing stone. It does not indicate that that's what it is on the box, I believe. I pivot the switch back and forth gently if you're looking for a fidget silently or quickly. Yeah, see, it doesn't say that, but I think that what this is supposed to do is it's supposed to mimic this as well. Because it's so smooth, I just want to keep, like, I don't know. It's an ADHD thing. And then this thing has a bonus thing, which is not, I would not say is okay for social situations. If you're on your own, go for it. So what it is it's a flicker. So you take it, it's almost like you're lighting up a cigarette kind of thing. I don't know how cigarette lighters work, but that's the sound I think of. So it's not something you wouldn't want to have that end like that. You'd kind of want to hold it like this if you were out and about to prevent you from actually doing that. And because this is a silent one and it's the best one on the back, this. But yeah, no, it's got this nice little flicker. It goes, hold on, I'm not in the center. So you take it. Okay, I'm just going to take my finger with it. You can go all the way down here. So if you're just sitting there flicking it, watch your ears, okay? 3, 2, 1. It's quick. Yeah, see, that bounces all the way up. So it's sharp and it's loud, so it might annoy some people in the room, and even under the desk. Like, that's jumping up half bar. Like, my voice alone jumps a little over half bar. Like, this is loud enough to overpower my voice. So that's the game controller. It is awesome. It is my new favorite, I believe. It'll remain to be seen. Then I have this new one that I've wanted to try for quite some time now. This one is the epitome of fidget. I also think this concept could be taken and add your own sides to it. Even if there was a website that you custom ordered it from. So that way it's all screwed down and done correctly. But this isn't even all the options you can have for fidgeting. This is the 12-sided magic crystal decompression magic cube. And given the instructions are, so in Canada here, usually what they do is they have English on one side of instructions and then French on the other, and then maybe depending on how big your instruction manual is, you'll have columns of English, French, other languages in different columns. This one, I'm not sure if this is Chinese or not, or what language this is. So this one shipped from overseas, which is probably why it was so cheap. The English on the translated side is not the greatest, but if somebody could comment below and tell me what language that is. Like, it looks like it's Chinese, but I know that some of the other Asian languages have different characters, but could pass as Chinese or something like that. I don't know. To like a white-earthed person who doesn't know anything about those languages. So there is this big thing, which is too big for a small child. It looks a little odd, I will admit. It is a 12-sided fidget cube. So in this fidget cube, we have everything you could ever want in a fidget toy. We have gears, we have rotating discs, buttons, silicone ball, switch, joystick, silicone rope, soft buttons, soft silicone, which I don't think they should count that as soft silicone, worry stone, sliding block, smiling faces. No idea. We're about to find out. Okay, so this one is very big. You're gonna get some glares or weird looks if you're playing with this one in public. But yeah, no. This one has this thing which you can sit there and you can stretch it. I don't know how good the make is. Like, part of me feels like this is gonna like break. So, ooh. It makes a puppy noise. Sorry. It's got the joystick here. Only thing is joystick doesn't. Oh, it pushes a bit. It's got a switch. Which isn't very loud. It's got the little thing here, which you can pull, you can squish, or you can just flick him. You can also push him. So you can squish. He's got a face on him, but it's very hard to see. I don't know if maybe putting, yeah, see, you can see it a bit better there. But yeah, you can also push him, and that is oddly satisfying, pushing him. I don't know why. But yeah, he's supposed to be like an anger thing. There's this rotating disc, which is a pushy button, which is quieter than my voice. And under the table, Can't even hear it. Okay. And then it's got the 4 buttons here. So it is loud-ish. And then this is supposed to be the soft button. It's supposed to mimic clicking a pen. I don't know what kind of things they have on the end of their pens in Asia, but evidently it's squishy. It does sound sort of like you're clicking a pen. It's got the gears. Which are silent. Oh no, those are the sliders. Worry stone. Kind of weird feeling. This is a silicone. This is a soft silicone here. So I don't know if you can tell. Don't mind those things. But you see how that thing's sticking out? Like it's supposed to, according to... Oh, that feels good. I might just use that as a scratcher. According to the piece of paper, which is poorly translated, it says... Where is it? Soft silicone. Soft silicone. Small, soft tactility that have the function of blood circulation and massage. I have no idea. If you ask me, it's just something bumpy. You can sit there and you can... Ooh! Hee! Sorry. Yeah. And then there are these 3 things, which I haven't completely figured out yet. Ooh! Okay, I would not recommend it with the cheap make of it. It's obviously a cheap make. But it is a way to stand it up and store it. You can also kind of wobble it. I'm just going to lower the camera a bit. Where are you focusing on? Okay. Don't mind the PJs. So you can sit there as long as it doesn't fall over. And you can wobble it. Obviously they're not even with the faces on it. But you could literally just sit there and kind of wobble it and hope it doesn't fall over. That might be what they're for. Either that or just a way to keep it there. But yeah, no. Did I do all the sides? I believe I did all the sides. But yeah, no. As far as fidgeting goes, it can be annoying to other people, which is why they put those bands on children's desks. They tried that with me, and I ended up kicking my desk into the person in front of me. Because I was like, oh boy, bouncy. Yeah, that did not go over well. I feel so bad. I have no idea who it was. I can't remember who it was in my class. But it ended in tears. I'm sorry. But yeah, no. So if you're thinking of doing that with an ADHD kid, don't do it because you're gonna end up with them bouncing it back. See, the thing is, I think they either put it there to prevent me from kicking because of the tension of it, or they put it there to prevent me from kicking the person in front of me, and it got worse because the desk went into my desk went into their desk, and their desk literally fell over on top of them, more or less. Well, no, it pushed them back because they were about to sit down, I believe. And their desk fell over. It didn't land on the child. Thank God. I was a child at the time. So, I know it sounds awful as an adult saying that, but, you know. Anyway, yeah. I definitely like the buttons on this one. This one is definitely a good quality. So, if you're gonna get one of these... They come in different colors. Get the fidget pad. I don't know if that's the brand, but work class home. Yeah. And again, I will reiterate, it depends on the person and what the person likes to fidget. This is overkill. I love the idea of this. It might be something I do when I'm trying to concentrate on making videos for you guys, because well, I do want to make videos for you guys, and it is kind of my hobby, and I kind of want to make it a career someday, maybe. it is very hard for an ADHD person to concentrate on anything that isn't exciting. And for me, I've either got to psych myself up for it somehow, or I've got to just get it over with. And this might be something that'll help me. That's why I wanted this, because it's more options than just sitting here doing the same darn thing over and over again. But for some weird reason, I feel like this is going to be my go-to. The swirly swirls. I'm going to call them the swirly swirls. These, where are they? There, on my finger. These are officially called the swirly swirls. I'm changing it. Yeah. So this is my fidget box. I'm gonna put all my fidget stuff in there that I'm not gonna keep on me. I'm gonna keep my cube in there now. And the 12-sider, and I'm gonna keep this on my desk. Pen sort of fits, but sort of doesn't. Where's the box lid? It is a snowman box. So I could technically put the lid on it, but I'm just going to put it underneath, and it is going to go permanently in the corner of my desk. So should I feel the urge to fidget? Oh, here. This is the one that I got from Walmart. This is one of the boxes. I can't remember which cube this was. But it's by Antsy Lab. So I believe it is the black one. Blah, 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 blah. So the black cube. Let me get that out. So this one, if you're looking for it, it'll be in a, which way were you sitting in there? Yeah, on the buttons, I think. Joystick? No, probably the buttons. Well, I have no idea how it was sitting in here. But it was, I think there was like another piece of plastic in here. But it'll basically look like this kind of deal. Like the cube won't be loose in there, but it'll be this kind of deal. So if you're looking for that at Walmart, it'll be in the kids' toy section. I don't know where exactly they'll have it. You'll have to look. It depends on your local Walmart. I can't... They've got a website. Not a sponsor. Although if they would like to send me fidget toys to test, feel free to contact me if you're watching. Somehow. I love how this says not for children under 3, yet my 3-year-old niece is just like, I love this, I love this. But yeah, I'm sure you can get cubes online. I'm not sure how into the fidgeting thing they are. I feel like if an ADHD person started... Oh, this was made possible by Kickstarter. If an ADHD person started a fidget toy website, they would probably be a millionaire. If they had an entire team of normal people behind them. Or if they could motivate themselves. Yeah. One more thing about this one. This one does not click. My other one does. I like that the other one clicks. So, yeah. And then the packaging. So this is what came with the compression cube, so the 12-sided one. And then, yeah, so what I'm going to keep on me is, I usually keep a spinner, just in case, and now I'm going to keep this on me instead of my black cube. I almost feel like, okay, one thing I will say about this one, I just got this one, so there might be more to add later on. Just keep an eye on the description. One thing I will say about this one is that I believe it should have clicked up and down this way instead of side to side like this. Because how are you going to hold your cube? You're going to, or your controller, your fidget pad. You're going to hold it like this and like this. Back and forth feels awkward. Unless you're holding it like this, which creates another problem. Dropping it. So that is the only correction I would make on that. This thing is ideal because it is small, it is portable, and it is going to go right on that keychain. As soon as I finish this video. But yeah, if you guys want to see more things like this in the future, yes, see, that's the other problem with fidget toys. This is on the desk. If I did this repetitively, I'd probably end up scratching. But I just realized I can do this. But yeah, anyway, as I haven't previously stated, but I'm going to state this now. There are many different ways you can deal with the fidgeting. There's just general tapping, which creates a lot of noise. There's a lot of... It is a big problem, okay? And I know that I've gone into a half hour at least, but I'm going to explain from at least my perspective. Sorry, I'm just peeling some tape off. As you can see, the ability to concentrate is hard. I have taken all my medicines that I take to help me concentrate, but that doesn't mean that the brain can fully concentrate. You can have like an entire cup of coffee, but are you still going to be awake sometimes? Not always. And by cup of coffee I meant pot. Sometimes it just doesn't work like that. Yeah, so, with an ADHD brain, it is, the easiest way to explain it is that, so while we are sitting here, I'm hearing whatever background noise you guys are hearing through my microphone. So if there's a fuzz, it is an actual, probably physical thing that I am hearing, because there's the machine going over there. A few machines, I believe, going on over there, that have to do with the general functions of the house. There's whatever noise is going on in the living room, and then there's whatever I'm doing, and whatever noise my computer is making, which right now it's kind of making a and a noise as it's processing. So yeah, it's very hard for me to concentrate. So that is why it's hard for an ADHD person to concentrate, to even focus on you. So what it is, it's like having two people talking to you at once. With an ADHD person, it is probably easier to pick up on both conversations than it would be for a standard person. But when you're in a classroom and you have students clicking their pencils or tapping or whatever, it can be distracting. So sometimes people with ADHD will put on music, even just in one ear, to focus. And I actually had that, I believe, on my IEP, that I was allowed, with teachers' permission, to do that. That was something that I personally asked for. But yeah, no. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. It's hard because you're hearing everything at once. So what I would recommend, if you still don't understand what I'm trying to say, sit down. If you have 2 pairs of headphones, grab them. If you have earbuds and you have regular headphones, like over-the-ear headphones, put 2 separate things on, and then have a friend try to talk to you. And then see if you can, or like quiz you on something that you should know. Like, ask them to ask you what color the sky is. Or something basic, like what's my dog's name, or my cat's name, or who's my current crush, or whatever. And you will see what it's like inside the mind of an ADHD person. So you're going to want it on almost full sound. You're going to want one in one ear, one in the other ear. You can do both on top of the other, have one at half sound kind of thing. But that is basically what it's like to have ADHD. On top of that, I also have Asperger's, so I'm also... It's like having autism, but different. Well, it's the same basic principle. It's the same thing. But basically, that makes me like Sheldon. So on top of the being overwhelmed by everything around me, there's those social cues that I miss. So it's like, well, people are like, why aren't you making eye contact with me? I don't see that as such a big deal. And well, my head's going around looking at all the sounds that are going on. So it's things like these that if I have to go somewhere like Costco or like the mall or something like that, it's nice to have these, because then that allows me to do something to get rid of my anxious feelings and anxieties and all that stuff, and then focus on what I need to do. When I'm in Costco, I always have either fidget spinner at easy access or a fidget toy like this, for that purpose. So if you have a kid who has ADHD and all you want them to do is just not go crazy when you're out shopping with them or whatever, just get them something like this. Give it to them when you go in. They might get distracted by shiny things on the shelf, but you're not going to have your child wander off or just stop in their tracks and get overwhelmed, usually. Not promising that. I'm not a doctor. I don't know how that works exactly for everyone's brain because everyone's brain is different. But yeah, I'm running into 40 minutes, so before I reach 45 minutes, I'm going to end this video. If you guys would like me to discuss further what it's like having ADHD and dealing with being out in public with the ADHD and the Asperger's, and tips that I just do when I don't have toys, feel free to comment down below and ask any questions. I will answer them honestly as long as they're not ridiculous questions like, how special are you? What level of special are you at? Something dumb like that. Like insulting questions. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next video, which hopefully these toys will allow me to edit. I've got a Minecraft series I am working on currently. So the channel might be basically dead for a little bit longer, but it will be coming back. I did get a trumpet, and I just got a trumpet mute not too long ago. So, yeah. If you are ADHD and you struggle even sitting down watching a movie, get yourself a fidget cube or toy of some kind. Like if you're trying to sit there and you're trying to concentrate and you can't, get yourself a fidget cube and see what happens. That's the best way to tell if a fidget cube is for you. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I don't have a mouse on me. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Please comment down below things, I don't know, things you'd like to see as far as like ADHD related. Like me describing what it's like, or like, I don't know, or even just like channel related if you have any games that are cheap, that are like cheaper quality that you would like me to try. Please let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.